And now it's time to sip the coffee and spill the tea on Talking with 3D Live. Here's your host, Derrick Dixon.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Talking with 3D Live. I am your host, Derrick Dixon, and I am so excited today. I have my girl here, my girlfriend, my main person is here live with me, ladies and gentlemen. It is Olivia OC Flo is in the house. Olivia Flowers, what's going on? How you doing?
Oh, me? I'm wonderful.
You're wonderful. You're wonderful.
Derrick, thank you so much for having me.
You're right here with me, Talking with 3D Live. This is my new studio. Woo! I mean, tell me what you think. What you think?
Child.
Okay, but first, we got to do a toast.
Hold on, you're moving up in the world.
We got this is to Talking to 3D Live.
Okay, let me turn the mode.
So now that I got you a little juiced up, we're going to be live.
Champagne, pepper.
Okay.
A little bit of water.
Oh, so OC, I'm telling you, you have worked with me quite a long time. We met on the set of The Man Monster.
Ooh.
T. Renee Gardner, she did a play called The Man Monster. And I remember walking in and just sitting next to you, and your whole vibe, our vibe together was just inseparable. We laughed and everything. And it's so funny because we laughed and joked and everything and didn't even know each other's names.
But that's the best.
Yeah.
Those are like the best relationships.
Yeah.
Where it's just authentic, it's organic, and it just worked. Our eyes just caught so many times, and we would just laugh. And that's what we still do now.
That's what we still do now.
Absolutely.
And it was a great experience meeting you and just knowing that we have continued right where we met.
Right.
You know, we've never stopped, never complained, never had an argument. You say what you say, I say what I say.
Wait, hold on. Right.
And that's what it is.
Yeah, that's
what it is.
Yeah.
But you know, it's just so exciting. You know, you came here on my set today. You brought the rain. It's raining and thundering and everything outside because that's what OC Flow does.
What do I do? I flow.
You flow.
Okay.
You bring the flow.
Absolutely, because you need rain to nourish and fertilize so we can have a harvest. Not only just a harvest, but an abundant, bountiful harvest.
And we have 30
minutes.
minutes. That's what we do.
Okay, go ahead,
That's what we have, 30 minutes.
Go ahead.
But, OC, I just want to tell everybody what you do. You're a motivational keynote speaker. You work with individuals and organizations to amplify their communication. What does that mean, to amplify their communication?
So what that means is sometimes we get stuck on the dot. Sometimes we create barriers and we create boxes for ourselves that hinder us from being fully self-expressed. So the first thing is to identify if you are hindered from being fully self-expressed, and then we can identify the things that you want to express and want to say about yourself, your brand, your family, whatever that is.
Okay.
So it's freedom.
So
that's what we talking about.
Is this more geared towards, you know, mostly your adult life, or can someone, like, say, coming into their adulthood, use this type of skill? Because I think there's a lot of our children right now that don't know how to use that skill. Communication, I'm telling you, is big.
It is.
But a lot of our kids, especially when they go out and they protest, you know, and I think that their protests are important. Not to say that they're not, they're very important. But if we could just, you know, change it just a little bit so their communication, so the message is a little bit more clearer.
Yeah, sometimes I always tell people it's not all the times what you say but it's how you say it. And sometimes we put on filters. And we do this, people, we do this. We filter when we're listening to our spouses and significant others. We filter when we listen to our children, when we listen to someone in authority. And so it's just about realizing, you know what is my already listening voice? Right. Because we create that. Like when you call me, my already listening voice is postured for an opportunity.
Right.
So I'm listening, even though you take me through a lot before you get to the opportunity sometimes, but my already listening posture for you is an opportunity.
Right.
But it's different. Like for my kids, Mom, all right, let me go ahead and put my already listening for my kids because I already know they're going to want something or they're going to need something. So it's really about helping people just be fully self-expressed and get to the what they really need to go to the next level, what they really want to articulate.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we don't really know how to express ourselves. We think we do.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But it's about like the I statements. I, Olivia, feel this way when these things happening. When you take it off the other person, it's that blame thing. So that's what I really coach and I help people do, especially in their businesses, communication with their teams, but just one-on-one.
Today's episode of Talking with 3D Live has been sponsored by iRose Films. iRose Films can be found at www.irosefilms.com. They specialize in traditional photo booths, 360 photo booths. They also capture special events as far as weddings, birthdays, anything that you want to have as your memory. They are there for that special day. So please look up www.irosefilms.com. You can also follow them on IG and Facebook, irosefilms.com.
Communication
Do
altogether.
you think that a lot of times that we are afraid of communication? Because a lot of times I think, are we afraid of it because of afraid of failure? Are we afraid of it because the fact maybe it's self-doubt? What is it that we are so afraid about?
I think that, and I mentioned this before in another interview, I think, a lot of times we create these facades based on moments in our life that may have hurt, in which we were embarrassed,
Right.
and we didn't want to express that. So you reshift yourself, shift yourself to be like, no, I can't be that vulnerable again.
Right.
I can't allow no one to get that close to me because the last person that did that hurt me. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that those are the things that kind of hinder us from just being like, hey, Derrick,
Yeah.
when you said that kind of hurt my feelings. And honestly, I don't know if you was really attacking me or am I dealing with my past traumas?
Right.
That takes a lot.
Yeah.
To really,
Yeah.
because you're opening yourself up
Yeah.
to that other person to totally be like, no, I really meant that.
Right.
I really meant that, and you make me da 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 da.
Right.
So I think we what is it? Knowledge is experience.
Yeah. And you know that I went through some personal attacks.
I do.
And we have discussed this and you know about it, and something that you just said, because out of fear of going through that process,
Yeah.
you do self-doubt. What did I do wrong? Why did this happen? And I always believe there's a reason for everything.
Absolutely.
I never will think that it's for me to stop doing what I'm doing, but it's for me to rearrange the way that I do what I do.
I tell people, when rejection or the appearance of rejection comes, it is for protection or redirection. Those are the only two things that can happen. When a door closed, you're being protected from something.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
And you're being directed to something else.
Yeah.
Because every door is not meant for us to go through.
That's right.
Just think if we really get everything we wanted, we will be more miserable than we really are
That's
without
right.
those things.
Yeah.
So everything is not for you. You just wait on the Lord and be of good courage, okay?
Okay.
And just wait for what's yours, because what's yours is yours, and no man, no woman, no boy, no one can take that away.
Okay.
So things are been ordained
Hallelujah.
to us. Okay?
Okay.
Blessings.
Be with you. All right. You had to be there.
Oh,
so
man.
listen,
Yes.
I know that also that you say that you are an inspiring actress.
Yes.
And, you are in a film that is coming up here
I
lately
am.
and playing the lead actress in this film.
my first-
So please tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my goodness. So my name is Olivia. No, I'm joking. No. I play the lead in a film called Second Chance that was written by Antonio Mosby. And this was my first lead in a film. Thank you, Antonio, for the opportunity. It's called Second Chances. It's about redemption. I say it's about redemption.
Okay.
I say it's about what everyone is deserving of in life, which is a second chance at whatever it is. It's about love. It's about relationships. It's about health. Right? So I'm really super excited. We have our premiere. Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. We have our premiere.
The premiere is coming up, correct?
It's coming up in November, on November 9th. So
Okay.
be on the lookout. You can follow me Follow Second Chance Films, 23 on Instagram as well to find out when the premiere is. Antonio is planning something really, really special.
Okay.
It's a lot of his spoken word pieces, artwork by his daughter
Okay.
is in the film. I had a surprise cameo by someone that's close to me in the film. And I had a really fun time shooting it. And it really taught me a lot when it comes to shooting movies.
Right.
And I'm just humbled that it's actually coming into fruition. Because honestly, Antonio talked to me about the movie last May.
Okay.
And I had the script by September.
Wow.
I was like, does this usually happen this
Yeah.
fast?
Yeah.
And we were shooting in December
Wow.
of last year, and then we wrapped.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay. So the speed in which it happened,
Yeah.
I was a little perplexed by, but I'm excited
But
that
you did
it actually happened.
Yeah.
I did it.
Tell everybody just
it
a
was
little bit
hot.
about your acting experience. What have you been doing?
Okay, so I have a background in drama and theater, and then I kind of grew up a little bit. I got married, I had kids, and I went into corporate America. I worked for the government, and COVID was like a aha moment for me. And, you know, as a result of COVID, I got an opportunity to go back to my first love, which is acting and music. So I actually was at an audition, not auditioning, but doing behind the scenes and doing social media and marketing support for Miss T. Renee. And I think this young lady was on your show. I think so. The director who was
Kristen. Kristen Michelle Young, yes.
Kristen asked me, she was like, you know, I see you with, like, what are you doing? Like, do you act? And I was like, yeah, but that's not why I'm here. So I actually read and I actually got the role. So I have been actively in some type of cinematic experience from the end of 2021 all the way up to date. So I've been very blessed in just meeting people like you, meeting people like Walter, Parker acting up. Okay,
Right.
I gotta say all that.
Give him his due credit now.
Okay. And you know, people have just been calling me and been like, hey, I saw you in this, or hey, someone said you did this. And that's how I've really been evolving. So much so, I'm co-producing a play in December.
So let me tell you something, the reason I asked you that.
Okay.
Because you said that you were an inspiring actress.
Yes.
And what does an inspiring actress mean to you?
Aspiring?
Yes.
That I'm always in practice. Like everything is, I'm always in practice. I'm an aspiring actress. I know when you hear, I know it may sound like, but you're doing it. There are certain levels that I want to go. There are certain boxes that I do want to check in this field. So that's why I say I'm aspiring.
So I'm going to stop you.
Okay.
Because aspiring actress. So I looked up the definition.
Oh,
what an
are we fact checking?
That's
on
what
3D?
we do. That's what we do. We fact check here on Talking with 3D Live.
I see. Let me get
So
a
that's
sip.
what we do. Please
I don't know
do.
if I'm ready.
Let me help you out real quick. Here we go. So aspiring means to be or is trying to become is what aspiring means.
Michelle Obama.
Trying to become. So the things that you have said, you have experience in. So I would like you to change your vocabulary. I would like you, because a lot of times what we do, and this is just a little sip the tea, spill the coffee moment at this time. I would like you just to change, and this is just for everyone out there. And right now, God is like, if you're going to say it right. Don't, because the thunder just came down.
He's supporting the word.
He's supporting the word. So instead of saying aspiring, you need to say and change it that you are a rising star because you are becoming successful. So there's something different instead of saying aspiring because I aspire to be a cook because I may not be able to cook well. So I'm aspiring to be that.
Okay.
You are already in that realm. And I think that we need to teach people to change that vernacular and put things out in the atmosphere because a lot of times we think, why is this not happening? Because you just aspire to be that. You don't believe that you are that. You are a rising star. So you need to let people know that you are becoming successful or you are successful in what you're doing. So again, what does your bio say that you are what?
I am what would you tell me to say?
Rising.
A rising star.
That's what you are.
Bing!
That's what you
Put
are.
a star
Okay,
over my
now,
head, please.
Now, shoo. Okay.
No, thank you.
But I think
that's what it's about.
I think that we have to learn how to tell our young kids that, because the fact that in their back of their mind, and like, the definition says, I'm trying to become. And I know that, again, say, the Olympics just went off. So a lot of these kids that are in the Olympics, yes, I want to be in the Olympics. I want to be a gold medalist. Yes, that's so true. But they have rose to that occasion. They've trained. They have done all the work. You are doing all the work to already be there. When you're aspiring, that's something that a 5-year-old, when they get up and say, when they get their certificate from graduating kindergarten and saying, one day I would like to be an actress. We're not in kindergarten no more. So I just want us to be able to change that and let, speak it. Of who you are and what you do and who you are.
Thank you.
Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes perfectly
I just wanted,
sense.
a little sip the coffee spill.
No, I love it. But that's what it's about. That's what this relationship is about. It's about fixing the crown.
Yeah.
Fixing it. And
that's right.
Hey, sis, you're not aspiring. You're not trying. You're doing this.
You're doing this.
Absolutely.
You are doing
it.
Yeah.
Are you doing it?
Yeah. So, I think it's, like I said, that we got to make sure.
I'm going to change that.
That we check ourselves.
It'll never happen again.
And check each other.
Absolutely.
Check each other and just like, no, wait a minute. Yeah. You're not.
I know you was waiting to tell me.
I sure was, because I had that right in my notes, right here in my notes.
Highlighted, underlined, italicized.
And I was like, let me ask her one more time.
On
I want
camera.
to see what she was saying.
Give it to her.
That's right, because when it airs and everything, we want to just make sure everybody knows and everything. So.
Oh, yeah, because by the time this air, I have several more projects coming out in the year.
Oh, okay. Okay. So,
yes.
One of our producers was just, they are wonderful of what they do. I would have to give them a lot of props. We have my son, Jaden. He works very hard. Dan Cohen with iRose Films works very, very hard. And I just think that, working with a great team.
Absolutely.
Working with a great team is what makes things successful. So we always have to make sure that we learn from each other, that we take each other to, to the next level.
Yeah.
Because when we go big, this right here is a #1 talk show.
I know that's
This is a #1. And then when we are televised and everything, my team got to come with me.
And who's on your team?
iRose Films.
Right.
Are you on the team? You on the team? Okay.
You know I'm on the team. Don't even play. Don't let me pull up
But
the
let me
story.
tell you something. Something about OC Flow, Olivia C. Flowers right here. Olivia C. Flowers, I will have to give it to her. Whenever I call OC Flow, she is right there. I have a radio show also, Talking with 3D on Power 4.4. And she was out at the grocery store. And I asked her to go up to
it was during Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving to shoppers and ask them where were the chitlins and how much were the chitlins. And she went to the customers, and the people even got on the phone and spoke to us.
Yeah, they did. That was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was taking it to the streets. It was 2 days before Thanksgiving, and I was like, because it was Tuesday, because the show airs on Tuesday, so it was a third. Yep. And I was in the grocery store, and people really was like, "Hello, hi, yeah, I'll eat chitlins." Am I on the radio? It was.
They were on the radio. Yes, they were.
That was fun.
Yeah. Listen. So talking about fun, I have a fun game for us.
Oh.
And we're gonna play a game. It's called Have I. What's the name of it?
Oh my God.
Never Have I Ever.
Is this going to be edited?
No, it ain't going to be edited. This is the true version. And you know I got some juicy questions. So you got to hold it up to your camera. Okay. You got to hold up, I have, if you have done it. Oh, or you're going to hold up, I have never. And you got to be honest and answer these questions. This is a family show, but these going to be some real juicy questions, okay?
Okay.
So my first question. Have you ever taken stuff from the set and act like it was a mistake? Have you or have you ever? So have you?
No.
Oh.
No.
I
acting like you. What?
It was. It got in my suitcase, and when I got home, I was like,
Derrick,
"What's this doing in
usually
here?"
The one that's the last to leave from You know that. I'm usually the last one to leave. And I will find stuff of other people's, take a picture, send them a text, or try to find out who the owner is. So no, things just don't haphazardly find their way into
They do.
like what?
When you put your set, break down the set and everything, and they come home and they unload it. I mean, if you look over your right shoulder, that kind of ended up.
Oh, jeez. Next question. I wonder where that's from.
Came right off the set. So, anyways, the next question. Okay, put your paddle down. Put your paddle down. Have you ever had a crush on an actor on set? Who was your crush?
I'm never gonna tell you. I'm never gonna tell you.
You can whisper it to me.
Oh,
go
absolutely
ahead.
not.
No, go ahead.
No.
Whisper it.
I know y'all heard it.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question. Okay,
Get
close
out of here, y'all.
your ears, son. You can't hear this
Oh
last
my God,
one.
what is happening?
Okay. Have you ever faked an orgasm so you can hurry up and get done with sex?
I think everyone has to do it.
So you can be like, hurry up.
I
That
think
was
you got
good.
to. I think
Yeah.
it's required.
Okay, good.
Because you don't always be in the mood, right? However, it's like, what's the, okay. They be praying.
Can you can you tell us that name?
Who?
Who you had?
Oh, Derrick. This is a family show. Oh my God. No, let's keep going. We got any more questions?
How much time do we have? But we're good.
This is fun though.
Oh, okay. You can ask the question.
I wasn't prepared for this.
No,
Okay.
I kind of put you on the spot.
Oh, okay.
Now, see, God said, I don't like ugly. Don't be playing with it.
Jesus. No. I don't know.
No, go ahead. What's your question?
Okay, so have you ever stolen out of the grocery store?
I'm waiting.
Oh, I got to play too? Hold on, wait, it's the statue of limitations.
What have you stolen out of the grocery store?
A steak.
Like the flower behind you?
You said a set. It was a mistake.
Don't fan, it'll be right there on your mic.
I had.
Okay.
It was a mistake.
What was it?
It was like some candy. Cause I was
Last year?
No, it was not last year.
Man.
You know how like you in the front and you about to check out?
Uh-huh.
And I was doing the conveyor belt and I was back and forth, and then I grabbed the candy and I haphazardly put it in my pocket.
Haphazardly.
And I walked out.
Haphazardly.
Yeah, I had to.
So I have to tell you a story, and my son probably don't want me to tell you this story, but I have to
do it all the time.
Yeah, I tell my children stories all the time. So my middle son, we were in Walmart, and I'm buying groceries and everything, and he's probably sitting there like, what? I did this? Yeah, you did it. So we're sitting there, and I'm putting all my groceries on, and I see him. He's just sliding candy all in his pocket. Just sliding candy and everything. And I'm steady paying for it. Now, the baby, he asked if he could have candy. I said, sure, put your candy up there. So he puts his candy up on the little belt and everything, and I pay for the candy. But the other one just sliding candy and everything. So I'm watching him and everything, and I'm thinking, oh, okay. So I push the security guards out there. I said, excuse me, this one put some candy in his pocket.
You told him.
I sure did. I did. I told on him. And I let them know that he stole candy. And he never stole candy from again.
That's a nice lesson.
Because I took him right over to the security guard.
Was he scared?
Yes, he was scared. He was crying and everything. You better wipe your tears. You're the one who stole the candy.
Probably had a full breakdown. I think I would have. But no, that's a great
He's in
lesson.
therapy now from that, though. No.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But no, but that's real love right there. Like that's
Yeah.
that parent, old school parent.
That's old
Like that's
school
if you want
parent.
to do that, well, let me just show you what happens as a result. It's
Yeah.
consequences.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay for what you did.
Yeah, and you know what? So for me, I
Did you pay for the candy bar that you
I didn't
accidentally...
realize I took it until I got in the car.
Did
and
you
pulled
eat it?
Off. I did. I did, but you know what I did? I gave away the dollar amount of what that would have cost to someone that was
Oh,
in need.
please. Okay.
So it was a
whatever.
wash. Just like the Lord is
Yeah.
washing the earth right now. It's a wash.
Okay.
You know, it's about balance. Life is about balance, guys.
Okay. Okay. Balance. Okay. Balance.
I did. But no, so I'm a firm believer in you know, how you treat people and what you do comes back to you.
Right.
Tenfold, right? And that's why I go out of my way. Like if I find something or somebody's to try to get it back to them or let them know it's in good hands.
Yeah.
Because whenever I leave my cell phone at BJ's checkout counter or whenever I
Right.
no, I've done that before. Whenever I leave my keys in the door all night, whenever I've done like foolish things always come back to me.
Right.
And I truly believe that that's a result of who I choose to be.
Yeah.
So I want to keep that going.
Yeah. Because then also it's a reflection to, you know, our kids are watching us.
They watching us.
And I always try to be an example. I always try, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not always going to make the right choices and do the right things. But in front of them, I, you know, whatever, you know, I let them know I don't know everything. And I make mistakes. I'm going to make mistakes. And these are the consequences when, you know, I don't make the right mistakes. So they have to see, at times, they do have to see your failures.
My kid.
Yeah.
I used to have this thing where my kids couldn't see me cry, but they needed to see me cry. They needed to see me fail forward and get back up.
Yeah.
You know, they needed to see that. Especially I have two girls.
Yeah.
Very impressionable. You know, I'm 16 and 13 now, so these are the ages that's scary.
Right.
Because they're out there and they're talking, they're interested in boys, and we got to have those conversations. And I had to be honest with them about some of the choices that I made. I don't get all into the nitty gritty.
Right.
But, you know, if they have an honest question about something, I'll just be like, hey, yeah, this is what happened. Like, you know me as mommy. You don't know me as Olivia.
Right.
Olivia Clark.
I just asked my son, and I said, I asked him a question. I'm like, you know, do you know me or something? And he says, oh, I know everything about you. And I'm like, son, no, you don't know everything about me. You know, and some things you don't tell your kids to protect your kids.
Yeah.
It's not out of embarrassment.
Yeah.
You know, I've written books, The Whole Truth and Nothing But the Truth, which is available on Amazon right now, which is an award-winning book. You can get that book on Amazon, The Whole Truth and Nothing But the Truth. So anyways, I've written a book where I do, you know, give you my truth. You know, so therefore, I don't hide things. They can open up the book and they could read the book and find out a lot of things about their father. But I think some things you don't always tell to protect your children, because the world is cruel.
The world is cruel, especially with social media.
Yeah, we're in a society where, especially of what we do, you know, we you know, are rising stars in the entertainment business. So therefore, we do have to protect a little of ourselves and then protect our children, because our children, they always want to, you know, try to push that narrative on, you know, your kids and things like that. So we do have to have some type of privacy about us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I bring, you know me, I bring my children with me.
Yeah, I do too. I take my children
I bring
everywhere.
my kids with me to every set I feel like I've been in since 2021, been a part of. My children have been right there beside me, learning and growing and building their resumes.
Yeah.
So I'm submitting them to do PA work on different sets, and they could do it on their own because they have that type of experience. But even with that, you know, because there are a lot of things that do happen behind the scenes that, you know, I don't want them to know about. However, I want them to be able to respond to that in kind, right? So, I've had a lovely time. Is it over already?
No, I mean, well, our game is over.
I want to keep this.
You want? Yeah, you gonna go home and play? Never have I ever. That's what you want to do. You want to go home and ask your husband some questions. No, you're not. You ain't going to get me in trouble and be like, Derrick told us we had to play this game. No, you ain't not.
You heard it here.
Right.
On Talking with 3D Live.
Right.
We have to play this game.
So you have done stage.
I've done stage.
You have movies.
I have a movie.
That's on your resume now.
Uh-huh.
You've worked with me on the Green Estates.
I have.
And that experience, tell me about what you think that experience was like, the Green Estates.
It was a lot of work. No, it was very interesting. So one of the greatest ways to learn is to observe.
Uh-huh.
And you always amaze me about where your stories go, where your mind go, how you evolve, and seeing you do what you did on the Green Estates. And you'd be honored to be a part of that. I'm really excited for people to see what you've created.
Yeah, what we created.
And it's like a link. It's like it's all connected. If you came out the same script, different cast, it's connected to the Green Estates.
And people will learn that because the fact where, same script, different cast, a stage play that we just did in April.
Yes.
Same script, different cast. Like you said, it's an extension of the play.
Yeah.
Is now we're calling it a short film, which it made into a feature film later on down the road. But it's more of a sitcom.
Yeah.
So a lot of that is taken from that and made into real life characters.
Which is going to be really interesting for people to watch.
Yeah.
Trust and believe. Watching the Green Estate, you may see a little bit, like in the same script, different cast, you may see a little bit of yourself.
Right.
See a little bit of your family. So we talk about healing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I had, I was talking to the executive producer, Dan, and, a lot of people won't like it. A lot of people won't understand it. But I have to, I have to do it for myself.
But guess what they're going to still do?
Watch it.
Watch it.
Yeah,
And that's the only
what they're
thing that
gonna do.
matters. Views, baby.
Yeah, and as long as they're watching it and talking about it, somebody else is going to watch it and talk about it. So I'm excited. I really am excited. So, it is what it is. But Olivia.
Yes.
I want to thank you so much
Wrap me.
Coming on Talking with 3D. We have to have one more toast. And I am just excited for where Talking with 3D is going to go.
Absolutely.
And then, for us to come back and be like, you know what? This is, I think, the 4th or 5th episode that we have. So I'm just excited for people to really see the progress of everything that I've gone through.
Absolutely.
And what I want to do. This is something that I've always wanted to do in life. I've always watched the Sally Jesse Raphaels and Ricky Lake and Oprah Ricky. And knowing Montel and knowing that this is what Phil Donahue, that's what I want to do. So here I am talking with 3D Live. Yeah. So and again, I have to keep telling people you have to have the right team. You have to have the right team. Because
just like the Lord is working today.
It's the rain is coming down.
The earth needed it, guys. The earth needed it.
We needed this. But, having the right team and just making sure that everything is just right. And we don't have to just throw out anything just to say we did it. And that's what I want all of us to be able to do. And check each other. And be able to say, hey, before you do this, go back, relook at it. Make sure that everything is right. So, again, I appreciate you coming on and looking forward to you on other episodes of Talking with 3D Live. Yeah.
I'll be on the Talking with 3D, the Talking with 3D Live, the Talking, the 3D. I'm everywhere.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you check us out. Also, you can go check me out on Talking with 3D Power 4.4 every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, thank you for our sponsors, iRose Films. iRose Films for your photography, videography, and photo booths. Go to irosefilms.com for any information that you need. irosefilms.com.